Hi students, this is Botany PSR. Today I am going to explain the last topic, that is biosafety issues and ethical issues. Biosafety and ethical issues, or biosafety issues and ethical issues, right? Some biosafety issues concerned with genetically modified crops. What are the points? There is a fear of transferring allergens. Allergens means the substances or the chemicals that cause allergy are called allergens, or toxins to humans and animals as side effects. So there is a fear of transferring allergens or toxins to humans and animals as side effects. Next, there is a risk of changing the fundamental nature of vegetables. So if we change the genes means there is a change in fundamental nature of vegetables in the genetic nature. So there is a risk of changing the fundamental nature of vegetables. Next, they may pose means cause. They may cause harmful effect on biodiversity and have adverse impact on environment. These are the normal points only. No need of more and more explanation. Okay. They may pose harmful effect on biodiversity and have an adverse impact on environment. Next, there is a risk of gene pollution. Don't say green pollution, it is gene pollution. So there is a risk of gene pollution due to transfer of new genes into related wild species through natural outcrossing. This may result in the development of superweeds. What is that? Superweeds. So that is, see here, these are the wild species. These wild species are converted into superweeds by transferring new genes. Transfer of new genes into related wild species and superweeds are obtained. This is by outcrossing, and this is so called gene pollution. Outcrossing by gene pollution. Okay, this is so called gene pollution. So wild species are converted into superweeds by transferring new genes. So that is transfer of new genes into the related wild species and they form superweeds. This type of crossing is so called outcrossing, and new genes are added means it is so called gene pollution. Okay, what are the characteristics of superweeds? When compared to other crops, these superweeds are fast growing. So these are fast growing than the crops. These are fast growing than the other crops, and these are resistant to weedicides. These are the two characteristics of superweeds. How superweeds are obtained means, so transfer of new genes into related wild species and they form superweeds. What are the characteristics of superweeds? These are fast growing than the other crops and these are resistant to weedicides. So this is very, very important, my dear students. Okay. And next, so as new genes are added, it is so called gene pollution. What type of crossing? Outcrossing. Right. Next, now look at here, my dear students. GEAC, full form means Genetic Engineering Approval Committee. Genetic Engineering Approval Committee. GEAC means very, very important point. GEAC means Genetic Engineering Approval Committee, and this organization was set by Indian government. So Indian government has set up an organization called GEAC. Indian government has set up an organization called GEAC, or GEAC was set by Indian government. And what are the objectives of GEAC? It makes decisions regarding the validity of GM research. GM means genetically modified research. Next, safety of introducing GM organisms for public services. These are the two objectives of GEAC. Again, I am repeating, my dear students. GEAC means Genetic Engineering Approval Committee. Indian government has set up an organization called GEAC, or in other words, GEAC was set by which government? Indian government. What are the objectives means? These are the two objectives of GEAC. What are those two objectives? It makes decisions regarding the validity of GM research, that is genetically modified research, and safety of introducing GM organisms for public services. Okay. Next, overall in India, how many rice varieties are there? Number of rice varieties in India, 2 lakh varieties. Don't say here species. Here we have to say varieties. Number of rice varieties in India, 2 lakh rice varieties. 2 lakh varieties of rice in India. In those 2 lakh rice varieties, how many basmati rice varieties? 27. How many rice varieties in India? 2 lakh varieties. Number of basmati rice varieties in India? 27. So, number of documented basmati rice varieties in India means 27. Very, very important points these are. Here, don't say 2 lakh species. It should be 2 lakh varieties only, you have to say. Don't say 2 lakh species, 2 lakh varieties. Right, next one. What are the characteristics of basmati rice? So, basmati rice is distinct for its unique. Unique means special. Aroma and flavor. Basmati rice variety is distinct for, is special for. What are the special characters of basmati rice variety? That is, particular flavor is there, and aroma, unique aroma. Unique aroma. Aroma means taste. Flavor. Flavor means good smell. Okay. So, aroma and flavor are the characteristics of basmati rice variety. Number of basmati rice varieties in India, 27. Number of rice varieties in India, 2 lakh varieties. Don't say 2 lakh species. Right. Next one. So, in 1997, an American company got patent rights on basmati rice through US Patent and Trademark Office. Which company got patent rights on basmati rice variety means? American company. This is very, very important. Which company got patent rights on basmati rice variety means? American company. In which year? 1997, through US Patent and Trademark Office. But actually, that basmati rice variety has been derived from Indian farmers. This point is also very, very important. Basmati rice variety had actually been derived from Indian farmers. But basmati rice variety, patent rights got to which company? American company. These 2 points you have to remember, my dear students. Which company got patent rights on basmati rice variety? American company. This basmati rice variety had been actually derived from Indian farmers. Those 2 points are very, very important. Right. Now look at here, my dear students. In 1997, an American company got patent rights on basmati rice through US Patent and Trademark Office. This allowed the company to sell a new variety of basmati in US and abroad. So, which company is able to sell a new basmati rice variety means? American company. But this basmati rice variety had actually derived from, very very important, Indian farmers, that is Indian farmers varieties. So this basmati rice variety had actually been derived from Indian farmers. Okay, that is very very important. Now look at here, my dear students. Biopatent, which means these are the rights granted by the government to inventors, that is to scientists. So biopatent means these are the rights granted by the government to inventors, to the scientists. Okay, what are the uses of biopatent? These are the right to use invention, right to use products, right to use process, right to use biological entities. What are the uses of biopatents means? Use, right to use. This is the right to use invention, right to use products, right to use process, right to use biological entities. Okay, so these are the uses of biopatents. So plants have been patented by Western countries for their commercial use are, which plants are produced by biopatents means, that is basmati, next one turmeric, next one and neem. These are the three plants have biopatents. So plants have been patented by Western countries are basmati, turmeric, neem. Next, biopiracy. Biopiracy means, suppose if we invent the drug or whatever medicine, whatever it may be, we have to take the permission from the government by paying some amount or by taking some authorization. We are able to sell that type of product. Without paying that proper amount, without paying that proper payment, and without taking that proper authorization, illegally we are using that bioresources means, that is so called biopiracy. What is that? Biopiracy, that is use of bioresources by multinational companies and other organizations without proper authorization from countries or without compensatory payment. So without paying that some amount, without taking that authorization, use of bioresources can be done. That is so called biopiracy. That is not legally, it is illegally. Illegal use of so many products. That is illegal use of bioresources. Illegal means without paying the proper payment, without taking the proper authorization by the certain government, we are using the bioresources. That type of method is so called biopiracy. That process is so called biopiracy. Legal or illegal use of bioresources? Illegal, don't say legal. So illegal use of bioresources is called biopiracy. Okay, that is with giving the payment or without giving the payment. Without giving the payment, with authorization or without authorization, without authorization, without authorization and without paying that payment. That is using that bioresources by multinational companies and other organizations. This is so called biopiracy. So number of rice varieties in India, 2 lakh varieties. Don't say 2 lakh species. Number of basmati rice varieties in India, 27. Who got patent rights on basmati? American company. This basmati rice variety had actually been derived from Indian farmers. These are the few important points on today's topic. Okay, I think you have understood this topic, my dear students. This we completed this biotechnology and its applications, and we will meet in the next class.